just watched Happy Birthday, Emma.
Oh, yeah. You've been watching Screen Vision. How long have you been friends?
For about 8 years.
Oh, man, 20 years. 7 to 8 years. Awesome. What is dependability?
Alright guys, so I saw Happy Death Day. This wasn't really a movie that I was all that excited for. I didn't really like the trailers that much. And that's because, I don't know, there's just something about those trailers that made this movie look really stupid. But, my friends wanted to go see it, so, you know, I gave it a chance, and here's my review. The story for this movie, it's quite simple. We have a girl named Tree. She can be a jerk sometimes, but it's her birthday, and later that night on her birthday, she gets killed by someone, which then she wakes up, and, I mean, she doesn't even wake up the next day. I mean, she's supposed to be dead, but she wakes up once again on her birthday, and the same person keeps on killing her over and over again, and, you know, this all stops till she finds out who the killer is. So this is basically a mix of, you know, Groundhog Day and Live, Die, Repeat, just kind of done in a little bit more of a horror comedy. In fact, I can't really call this a horror movie. It's not a horror. Sure, it was promoted almost to be like a horror movie, but it's not a horror movie. Yes, it has its jump scares like 2 or 3 times, but it doesn't make it a horror movie. This is more of a, you know, mystery comedy because, you know, it's a mystery because you're trying to find out who the killer is, and at the same time it's comedy because I'm really surprised because this movie could actually be really funny sometimes. So I did expect for this movie to be crap. So I just went in because I have Movie Pass and I wasn't really gonna pay much, and my friends wanted to see it, so I'm like, why not? And I wasn't really looking forward to this movie again. It looked insanely stupid. I'm honestly really surprised by this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. Not only did I enjoy it, but I actually do think that this is actually a good movie. Is it silly? Yes, it's quite silly sometimes. But you could really, tell the effort that was put into this movie and how perfectly and well planned out this movie is. Like, when I say this movie's well planned out, it's very well planned out. I saw this movie twice. I saw it once with my friends and once with my dad. And seeing this movie a second time, already knowing what happened in the end of the movie, you really start to put all these puzzle pieces together and, to what leads up to knowing who the killer is. And, in fact, after seeing it the second time, I bumped my score up for this movie a little bit because of thinking how well planned this movie actually is. Like, it's a very well put together movie, and you could easily see the effort that was basically put into developing a story like this. The reason why I'm saying that is because when I first watched the trailer to this movie, I thought I already knew who the killer was. I was wrong. It wasn't the person who I thought was the killer. And then this movie, the actual movie does the same thing where it basically makes you think that one person's the killer, but it turns out that the movie is basically kind of messing with your head a little bit. And again, that's what I really like about this movie. They actually treat this movie like an actual mystery movie and not like any cliche mystery movie where you basically from the beginning already know who the killer is. The performances in this movie, for the type of movie that it is with a very low budget and for the actors that they basically got, there's some very good performances. Jessica Roth, who plays the main girl Tree, I thought she was really good in this movie. I thought she was going to come out as annoying. No, I thought she was very likable. She, portrays this character very well. And, yeah, like I said, she could be a jerk in, the beginning of the movie. But then there's some character development that goes on her character, which then makes her character very likable. And same for the guy that she later becomes friends with. I can't remember his name from the top of my head. But I did think that his performance was also very good. And his character was also very likable. I thought that the writing for this movie was actually quite solid, and also the comedy put into this movie. Once again, I did find this movie quite funny, which was quite a surprise. I thought this movie was going to be full of cringe-worthy jokes. No, some scenes are actually really funny. It did really start to bother me in the end, because they really tried to make this into a 90-minute film, and, I like that. I just feel like the last few minutes were really rushed. They're like, yeah, we just gotta rush these last 10 minutes of the movie to, give the audience the ending, but yet, reach that 90-minute mark. And another kind of problem that I kind of had with this movie is that, you get introduced to these other characters, like the roommates and all that, but you know, we never really get into them, and I don't think we're supposed to get into them, but you know, you never really care about them either. Really, the only characters you care about are the two main characters, you know, Tree and, you know, the one guy that she hangs out with. That's probably just a small pet peeve that I have with this movie, but that's about it. In the end, Happy Death Day, is it flawed? Yes, definitely, it's flawed. But I would be lying if I don't admit that I actually had a really good time watching this movie and, you know, actually like laughing and kind of enjoying myself watching this movie. For a movie that I thought that was going to be absolutely ridiculous and absolutely terrible, this is one of the biggest prizes of the year. And I could say the same for Blumhouse, you know, the production company behind this movie. They've released other movies this year like Split and Get Out. And now they've released their third good movie in a row with Happy Death Day. They're on the 3 for 3 streak, and they're doing really well. Let's see how they do with Insidious Chapter 4, though. I think it looks like crap, but I said the same thing about Happy Death Day, and look, I'm going to give it a positive score. I do think that Happy Death Day is matinee / discount day worthy, and I'm going to give Happy Death Day a B. I do encourage you guys to check out this movie if you guys want to have a fun time at the movies. And just don't be expecting for this to be a horror movie. Again, it's not a horror movie, it's a mystery comedy type movie, but I did think that this was a good movie. Again, I'm really surprised. Anyways, have you guys seen Happy Death Day? If you guys seen it, tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought about it. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.